and click on the Add button on the top. In the Add Manufacturing Order page, select the product or product variation. After selecting the product or variant product in the manufacturing order, the system automatically fills the corresponding BOM in the Bills of Material field. Depending on the selected product or variant product, there are appropriate components. Enter the quantity to be produced in the Quantity field, which changes the number of components to be used. Select a suitable BOM in the Bills of Material field if the selected product or product variant has multiple BOMs. Enter the deadline and plan for this manufacturing order. Choose a responsible person if necessary. At the Miscellaneous tab, select the warehouse to get components for production at the Warehouse Components field. If no warehouse is selected, the component is taken from all the warehouses until the quantity is full. Select a warehouse to import products after production is completed at the Finished Goods Warehouse field. When you're done, select Save. Costing tab is used to calculate the cost of labor and components. BOM Changes Logs tab is used to record the change history of materials in this manufacturing order. Next, click on the Mark as Todo button. The system will automatically check whether the number of components is enough for production. According to the announcement just now, we don't have enough components for production. Components with insufficient quantity have red text. So we will create a purchase request to buy more for these components. Select Create Purchase Request. Go to Purchase Request Detail and approve it. If you are an admin, you can change the status of the purchase request. If you are not an admin, you need to send an approval request. Go to Setting menu under Inventory module, select General menu and select Receiving and Delivery. Enable the feature to automatically create an inventory receiving voucher when the purchase order is approved and choose a warehouse. Next, go to Purchase Order menu and create purchase order from Purchase Request. Then approve the purchase order. The inventory receiving voucher is automatically created by the system. Next, go back to the manufacturing order detail page and select the Check Availability button to check if the quantity is enough to proceed with production. If the components are in sufficient quantity for production, the text in the To Consume, Reserved, and Consumed columns will turn green and the system will mark the warehouse for these components. The history of component quantity changes is recorded in the BOM Changes Logs tab. Use the Reversal button in the case of inventory items which were issued out of a warehouse may be sent back there even if they are non-defective items. The possible cases are as follows. The first, the case in which more quantity of item was issued by mistake. The second, the case in which anticipated failure rate was higher than the actual one. The third, the case in which a change in order occurred, e.g. a decrease in order size or stopped order. The fourth, the case in which an urgent change in plan occurred after issuing items. As you can see, this item is used as a material to produce finished products and its inventory is currently 0. Now, if I click Reversal, the quantity in the reserved column of the manufacturing order will be returned to the inventory. The quantity of the logic board item in the reserved column will be 0 and the quantity of the logic board item in the inventory will be 20. Next, if I press Mark as Todo, the quantity of the logic board item in the reserved column will be 20 and the quantity of the logic board item in the inventory will be 0. Next step, select Planned. Go to Work Orders list by click on Work Orders button. Select a work order and click View button or Work Order hyperlink. The system redirects to Work Order Detail page. At Work Instruction tab, it shows documents uploaded from Routing Detail to Operation. At Current Production tab, if the work order is not finished, quantity produced equals 0, quantity of finished product, whereas quantity in production equals quantity of finished product. At Time Tracking tab, it is used to record the time to make this work order. Click on Start Working button. The start time is recorded in the Start Date column of the Time Tracking tab. We can select Pause button to pause this work order. The system will also record the time to stop work order and measure the execution time at the duration column. Next, select Continue Production button. The system continues to record the start time to continue this work order. If this work order has been completed, press Done. The time worked at this work order will be used to calculate labor costs. At Current Production tab, if the work order is finished, quantity produced equals quantity of finished product, whereas quantity in production equals 0. At the Tasks tab, we can assign tasks to employees. Select Next button to move to the next work order. We do the same for the remaining work orders. After completing all work orders, select Manufacturing Order button to return to Manufacturing Order Detail page. At this time, the labor cost has been calculated. The BOM Changes Logs tab will record which component is used for which work order and how much is used. Suppose during the production process, we change the quantity for some components, then we need to modify the manufacturing order. Select Edit. We can increase or decrease the number of any component. Then select Save. The changes we just made will be recorded in the BOM Changes Logs tab. Click on Mark as Done button. An inventory receiving voucher is created and automatically approved, updating the quantity of the finished product to the previously selected warehouse. This inventory receiving voucher for the product after it has been manufactured from the manufacturing module, reference code, #mo_00051. If the product cost is 0, after successful production and import stock, the cost of product is calculated by the formula total material cost plus total labor cost. Conversely, if the product has predefined buying and selling prices, the purchase price will not be changed. And now you can update serial number for the product through the Import Serial Numbers function. An inventory delivery voucher for components is also automatically generated. This delivery voucher for the product used in the production module, reference code, #mo_00051,